Hi, I'm Mia. On August 20th, 2014, I woke up early in the morning and I started to fold baby clothes and get a nursery together because I was going to have a baby. I was 42 weeks pregnant, so I was already 2 weeks past due, so I had to have an appointment to get induced. All day long, I was so anxiously waiting to go to the hospital and just get my baby out because I was huge, really uncomfortable. And so I finally went to the hospital around 5 or 5:30, and then around 6 o'clock I got put into my own separate room where I was going to be induced and go through all my contractions until I was ready to push my baby out. Once I got into that room, they induced me right after, and then about 10 minutes later I went through the worst contractions you could possibly imagine. They were only a minute apart for 10 hours straight, so it was terrible. And then you can't get an epidural until you're 4 centimeters dilated. So I was just like begging for it to just like, hurry up, come on. And then not until 4 in the morning I was able to get the epidural. So when they do the epidural, they have you like lean in like a certain position so they could put it in your spine. So they give you like this long needle and you put it in your spine. And they had to do one side because they only numbed my right side of my body, so I had to do another shot to get the other half. But then after that was done, I had so much relief. Like all the pain was gone, it was just some pressure. So I was just waiting for like another hour or two, and then finally they were like, okay, you're ready to get pushing. So I was like, oh yes, thank you. So around 6 o'clock in the morning, I started to push, and I went through a little over an hour of just pushing, breathing, and then around 7:15 in the morning, I had my son, Caden Kent. He was born on August 21st, 2014. He was 8 pounds and 14 ounces, and he was 20 inches long. He's a really big baby. So after I had him, they wash them off and they get like a cry out so that they can catch their breath. And the second I heard that cry, I instantly started crying because it's like you created this whole human being inside of you, and it just like grows like 9 months to this like baby. So it was like really incredible. And after they wash them off, they hand them to you and you do like a mother-baby like skin contact thing. So like you just hold them for like an hour, and like this connection that you do with your baby is just like so amazing, like it's yours. So after that, we went to the another room in the hospital, and we were finally able to sleep, and the baby was able to sleep. And then we woke up around like 12 o'clock in the morning, and I look over and my baby's not next to me. So I started freaking out. I woke up my fiance, I'm like, oh my God, where's our baby? Where's our baby? So we ran to the nurses, and they're like, oh, like your baby was having breathing problems, so we had to take him to the NICU. And I was like, are you serious? Why did no one wake me up? So they took us down to the NICU, and you have to like wash your hands and get cleaned up and all that. And you go into this room full of like little newborn babies, and all of them have problems going on. They're like a day or two old, so it's so sad. And then finally we saw our baby in the back, and he had like a respirator, and they had to give him medicine and all this stuff. And I seriously wanted to cry because it's like he's 1 day old and this is already going through him. So we're only seeing him like for like 20 minutes, and then they told us we had to go. So about like 8 to 10 hours later, they finally brought him back into our room. So once we saw him, we were just like, oh my God, my baby's okay now. Like he's finally back with me. So after that, like we got to hold him again and like watch him. And they just said you just have to watch his breathing. So like, okay, as long as he's back with me. So the next day, they were like, okay, he's doing better, we can discharge you. So we packed him up into the car, and we got to take him home. We showed him his whole nursery and everything. And it's just like, now I finally have my little baby and a whole family. And it was just such an amazing feeling that you get like when you have your own baby. Now he's 2 years old, he's 35 inches tall, and he weighs 29 pounds. He is the sweetest thing in the whole world, and I could not imagine my life without him. He's just perfect.